Greetings, Namo Buddhaya. In this module number 10, I shall be talking about the Weltanschauung of the Buddha, basically teachings and the perspective of the Buddha about the things around. From a Buddhist perspective, life is inseparably tied to dukkha. Dukkha, that is commonly translated as suffering, is the intrinsically unsatisfactory nature of existence. Dukkha does not come to an end even with death, as the life process continues beyond death according to Buddhism. When life comes to an end at one place with one body, the individual stream of consciousness takes on a new body elsewhere as its physical sport. This continuous cycle of birth, aging and death, called samsara, the wandering, is driven by tanha according to Buddhism. Tanha is a sort of craving for more existence. In other words, dukkha is caused by tanha, that is craving, whose roots lie in our proclivity towards certain unwholesome mental states called kilesas, or in Sanskrit kaleshas, that is defilements. The most basic kilesas are the troika of rag, dos and moho. Rag is sensuality, dos or dvesh is aversion or hate, and moho is delusion or ignorance. So from these kileshas arises dukkha in its various forms. So according to Buddhism, to rid oneself of dukkha, the defilements must be eliminated. The root that holds all the kilesas together is avidya, or avijja in Pali, that is ignorance. So avidya is not mere absence of knowledge, it is blindness to the real nature of things that shrouds our minds. Thus, to free oneself from dukkha, that is suffering, completely, one must eliminate avidya by the root. Since avidya is a state of not knowing things as they really are, what is needed is knowledge of things as they really are. So, this kind of knowledge is called pragya, or panya in Pali, that is wisdom or truth. Thus, to eliminate avidya, one needs pragya. As indubitable knowledge of the ultimate nature of things, pragya cannot be gained by mere gathering and accumulation of an array of facts. It can only be cultivated through a set of conditions which are actually mental factors, components of consciousness which fit together into a systematic structure, a causeway, patipada, leading to the cessation of dukkha. The Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The Buddhist doctrine of dukkha and its end is fully explained through the Four Noble Truths, which are called Chattari Arya Satchani in Pali. These Four Noble Truths are: number 1, suffering, that is dukkha; number 2, the origin of suffering, dukkha samudaya; 3, the cessation of suffering, dukkha nirodha; and the 4th is the path leading to the cessation of suffering, that is dukkha nirodha gamani patipada. The fourth truth is the path that leads to the cessation of suffering and consists of 8 parts which are collectively known as the Eightfold Path. In Pali we call them Athangik Magg, or in Sanskrit Ashtangik Marg. The Eightfold Path is also known as the middle path, Majjhima Patipada or Madhyama Pratipad, as it avoids the two extremes of self-mortification and self-indulgence. The 8 limbs of the Eightfold Path, that is the Athangiko Maggo, are: number 1, right view, Samma Ditti, or in Sanskrit Samyak Drishti. Number 2, right intention, that is Samma Sankap, or in Sanskrit Samyak Sankalp. Number 3, right speech, that is Samma Vacha or Samyak Vak. Number 4, right action, that is Samma Kamant or Samyak Karmant. Number 5, right livelihood, Samma Ajiv or Samyak Ajiv. Number 6, right effort, Samma Vayam or Samyak Vyayam. Number 7, right mindfulness, that is Samma Sati or Samyak Samriti. And number 8, right concentration, Samma Samadhi or Samyak Samadhi. Now, Samma Ditti may be explained as a clear understanding of the 4 noble truths. Samma Sankalp or Samma Sankap means directing one's efforts towards the elimination of ignorance, avidya, through the elimination of malevolent thoughts and the development of pure thoughts by practicing nikham, that is giving up selfishness and worldly pleasures. Avyapad, that is altruism and loving kindness, and avihinsa, that is harmlessness. The meaning of Samma Vacha is refraining from telling lies, not engaging in gossip, not slandering, not refraining from the use of harsh words. The Samma Kamant consists of abstinence from causing injury to living beings, stealing, and sexual misconduct. A person who observes Samma Ajiv does not earn his or her livelihood by taking up a job or career in a field in which harm gets caused to living beings. The meaning of Samma Vayam is to generate in oneself and then sustain positively mental attitudes such as the 7 factors of enlightenment, that is mindfulness, investigation of phenomena, energy, rapture, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. The meaning of Samma Sati is the cultivation of awareness of one's body, kaya anupsana, feelings, vedana upsana, mind, dhammanupasana, and mental objects, chittanupasana. Samma Sati is accompanied by meditative practices of Samma Samadhi, enabling the practitioner to cultivate one-pointedness of the mind. This is done through the shutting of the doors of the senses to the outside world and thereby focusing on one of an assortment of objects that are designed to enable the practitioner to accomplish specific mental states that fall outside a person's normal day-to-day consciousness. So these 8 limbs are not sequential, as each of them is dependent upon the other, and all of them are meant to be followed and practiced together. Enlightenment can be attained only when all the 8 limbs are fully practiced and perfected. The 8 limbs of the path cover a man's understanding of the prajna, that is truth, seal, that is moral conduct, and his samadhi, that is power of concentration.